Hi, welcome. This video is all about health anxiety in perimenopause and menopause. There isn't a lot of information out there, and that is a real crime because it's very common in midlife and it makes functioning day to day a real challenge for many of us. Now, there are a select few that sail right on through perimenopause and into postmenopause without so much as a headache. But for the vast majority of us, this transition comes with many uncomfortable, frustrating, and concerning symptoms that really affect quality of life. When your body is refusing to behave and you feel broken, it's quite normal, in my opinion, to worry about whether or not there might be something more going on, especially when many doctors are not very understanding and have a tendency to be dismissive. Nonetheless, health anxiety can be all-consuming and really suck the joy out of our lives. I think I have a pretty good understanding of perimenopause and menopause and why things go awry when hormones shift. But even with that knowledge and a pretty good understanding of what's going on with me, I still suffer from health anxiety. I don't know how you experience your symptoms, but I have something torturing me 24/7. My symptoms are on a never-ending carousel, popping in and out and taking turns. I am reminded all day, every day, that my body is betraying me. Even with a clean diet, exercise, vitamins, relaxation, hydration, and everything else that I do to ease my symptoms, they're still there in the background, reminding me every single day that something is just not quite right. I know logically that hormones are playing a part and that menopause just sucks, but it doesn't stop the anxiety from messing with me. I still constantly overthink everything and wonder if there couldn't be something else going on, whether I should call the doctor or just ignore it, because quite frankly, I have so much going on. I'm almost positive my doctor thinks I'm batty, and quite frankly, I feel dismissed most of the time anyway. I have firsthand knowledge on the effects of health anxiety in menopause, and I understand how much of a daily battle it can actually be. Here is a fairly common synopsis. Let me know if you can relate to any of this. Perimenopause sneaks up on you, and symptoms begin to creep in here and there, putting you on a bit of an alert that something strange is going on. But as time goes on and more symptoms begin to appear, fear of an illness becomes real and prompts several trips to the doctor. When nothing substantial is found and no diagnosis is made, you feel relieved but concerned all at the same time. And the health anxiety is born. The overthinking, worrying, and what ifs begin. What if the doctor missed something important? What if it's not perimenopause? What if I ignore something I shouldn't? What if it's my heart? Then it escalates, and every new symptom has you anxious, freaking out, and either calling the doctor or obsessing over what it could be. Now you're in Google frenzy mode, and we all know what happens when you start Googling symptoms. Now you're convinced you're dying. I'm sure all of us have fallen into that trap at least once. Living like that is the pits, and considering that perimenopause can last up to 10 years and symptoms can bleed over into postmenopause, I completely understand why many women opt to take medication to control their anxiety. This is definitely not an optimal way to live, and I'm not sure that curing health anxiety is even possible with all of the symptoms cycling in and out. So, what options are available to at least take the health anxiety down a couple of notches so that functioning day to day is achievable? As I mentioned earlier, medication like antidepressants is an option, and some women do find them quite helpful. Although they do come with their own list of symptoms, so some women may find that they simply add to their present misery and that they have significant issues trying to stop taking them. They can cause terrible withdrawals, unfortunately. I experienced it firsthand when I was younger and came off of a medication that was prescribed to me for my fibro. That was a torture that I do not wish on my worst enemy, and I had lingering issues for a solid year. So if you do feel you need medication, just take it responsibly and be aware of the effects that it can have on you so that you don't develop symptoms and withdrawals that heighten your health anxiety instead of reducing it. If you're one of the lucky few that has an understanding and compassionate doctor, having a thorough checkup might help. Bring up all of your concerns and schedule tests to help alleviate some of your fears. It won't cure your health anxiety, but it might help to know that nothing alarming is being discovered or diagnosed. If you're not one of the lucky few, see about getting referrals to specialists or simply go to other doctors separately if you don't require referrals where you live. I have had much better luck having my concerns addressed by seeing separate doctors like gynecologists, neurologists, and cardiologists. Also, if you're Canadian and you're 50 years of age or older, you do not require a referral to go for a mammogram. You simply have to pick up the phone and make an appointment. So if breast and armpit issues are an issue for you, go and get that checked out as well. Another approach that may be helpful is to change your focus of attention. Busy your mind on being healthy. Do all of the things that you truly believe will keep you strong and fit and lower your risk of problems in midlife. I'm constantly researching how to keep myself fit and lower my risk for problems in midlife. And I live my life accordingly. I do my yoga every day, eat a whole food plant-based diet for the most part, take my vitamins, get enough sleep, and so on. And it really does help ease my anxiety because I know I'm taking an active role in my health. And I'm putting so much time and energy into it every day that it takes my mind off the anxiety and eases the overthinking. This strategy may work for you as well. Keep your mind and body focused on reducing your risk for illness and keeping fit, and you will feel more secure about your health status and have little time left over to focus on worrying. Most importantly, realize that thoughts are not necessarily truths. Overthinking all of the possible illnesses that could be causing your symptoms does not necessarily mean that you have a horrible illness. Thoughts are not necessarily true or based in reality. Try to focus on that fact every time you begin to overworry. It can be hard. Trust me, I know. But if you tell yourself something long enough, you may just start believing it. If you use other methods to ease your health anxiety that work well for you, share them in the comments. They might be helpful to me or other women out there suffering similar anxiety issues. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. I make videos on all things midlife. Thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.